Hi, this is Brian.
And this is Brian.
With G5 Outdoors, giving you your monthly product highlights for this month. And we're actually asking our Facebook viewers and G5 viewers what questions you had. You guys posted a series of questions on Facebook, and we're here to answer them. First one, we're looking at Jonathan Schaefer, and he was asking, and he made the first comment is, first of all, I love my brand new Torrent bow. It's fast and smooth. So thanks again, Jonathan, on the good comments. But you're also wondering if you guys sell extra pins for the rock. And yes, we do, Jonathan. We actually have an e-store that we've updated over the past several months on our G5 Outdoors webpage, where you can go there and buy pins for your rock or your optics XR or XR2. We do have different accessories on there that you can go on and buy.
There's all different kind of accessories. You can buy from our standard products to pins for your sights to batteries for your lights to any of that kind of stuff. Sometimes the guys see it at the top of the page. It's G5, Quest, Prime, and then it's the e-store. So just click right on there and you can jump right into there. Second question we're going to run to is Curtis Trapley, and he was wondering why we pushed back the Havoc to 2013. Basically what we've done is at the beginning of 2012 we made some small changes to the head, which put our lead times out on some of the vendors to get blades, things like that, a little bit further back than what we wanted to. So instead of us rushing to get the product out right at the beginning of the season, we're going to push it back to 2013 to have a good flow and a good run of product for 2013. Basically, just make it simple and sweet. We want the best product ready for you guys, you know, when it's ready. So.
Yep, and when we do get that Havoc going out there, it's going to be an awesome head for you guys. Our next question, we're looking at Kyle Hewerman, if I'm saying that right, Kyle, and we do know you from Team Radical. We know you guys are Prime users as well, but you're asking, we need to give our viewers and customers more in-depth information on our Shield program for Prime. We came out with this last year, launched our Prime Shield program, which also honors our previous year's bows already sold out there. And what you get with that, first off, it starts out, you get a limited lifetime warranty on the bow, so any manufacturer defects or anything of that sort, which you won't run into any, we'll cover that. But the big thing that's getting a lot of guys interested in the bows in the warranty program is free strings for life. Every 2 years after you register your bow, you are eligible for a new free set of string and cables. Just go to your local dealer, they'll call us, we'll get them the materials for them, get you your string and cables and get you all set.
That does cover just the string and cables. So guys, you will have to cover the labor on it, but the price of strings and cables have been going through the roof for the last couple of years with the higher materials, the higher quality strings, the pre-stretched strings. So what we're trying to do is just be able to help you out a little bit throughout the next, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to keep your Prime bow where you don't have to keep investing in strings every couple of years.
Yep. And that's one big aspect of the Shield program. The other one, which not a lot of guys know about, is a 6-month tune-up program with your Prime bow. Within the first 6 months of your purchase, you actually take your bow back to your local dealer with a letter we're actually going to send you guys once you buy your bow. Take this in there, they'll do a quick checkup and tune-up on your bow to make sure everything's in spec, like wax your strings, check your timing, make sure that Prime bow is shooting and how it should for you. Another point of our Shield program is 100 cycle assurance. Each bow, after we assemble it and tune it, we'll put it on the cycling machine. We'll draw it back and forth 100 times to make sure the strings settle, limb pockets settle, limbs settle, just to make sure that bow is in tip-top shape. So you don't have to go through that first 100 shot to stretch out your strings or anything like that.
Sights, things like that.
Exactly. So it's good right out of the box. And the final thing is also our warranty rush service. If you do have a problem, if anything does come up, we do have a program to where within 48 hours we will get that part out the door to your local pro shop to get you covered. So if you do need more information on the Shield program, we have everything listed right on g5prime.com.
Yep. Next question comes from Brad Fitzgerald. He was talking about Tekins and T3 practice heads or a fixture like that. One, we don't make the Tekins anymore. Sorry, Brad. But two, the T3s come with a set of free practice blades in every pack of broadheads you purchase. You slide out your old blades, your clip, you put the practice blades in, you screw it on, and you can shoot them. They don't expand in the target, so you don't have to worry about catching them in your target, dulling your blades, or anything like that. Being it's an all-steel ferrule, you can put it into a practice target several times without having any wear on your chisel nose, your broadhead. So it's a really simple system. We also do sell the practice blades as a kit on the secondary, so if you want to turn all your heads into practice, you can do that. But yeah, every pack of T3s does come with a set of practice blades.
Yep, and like Brian was saying, you need to get those from your local dealer or check out our e-store as well for those. One of our other questions came from Josh Doyle, and it looks like he actually just switched from Rage 3 blades to G5 Strikers, and he hasn't had a chance to test them yet, and he's wondering how they do fly. The Strikers are actually fixed blades versus a mechanical. And I tell you what, with our fixed blades, Josh, we actually go through very strenuous efforts to make sure they are spin tested, all the specs on them, they're true to 100 grains or within that tolerance. But the big thing from an expandable to a fixed blade, at least with ours, it is a shorter ferrule. So with that, it actually has a shorter, it changes your front of center. Guess what we're getting at.
It doesn't change your front of center. What you come to find out is with the guys, a lot of guys that are using mechanical broadheads or fixed broadheads that are all aluminum. Well, the broadhead's really long. Your field point's maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch long. When you go to a broadhead that's 2 inches or larger, your front of center changes. And what we mean by that is the actual stiffness of your shaft throughout the shaft caused by the field point or the broad on the front. Well, when we come out with a broadhead, being that we use all steel, the Tech and the T3, the Montech, they're very short, so it doesn't change that front of center. It doesn't change your flex. So being able to shoot a fixed blade to a field point, you're really not going to see a lot of difference. And a lot of times you'll notice our fixed blades actually shoot better than a lot of mechanicals on the market because of that reason. You'll be able to screw them right on, shoot them with very, very little tuning whatsoever. So.
Yep, exactly.
The next question comes from a couple guys. I won't call the names out just because it was more than one guy. Waxing strings and cables on our Primal or our Prime bows because of our tie glides and our iGlide systems. What we do is we build our strings with a low wax to start. So you don't really need a lot of wax in your strings and cables, but you do want to freshen them up once in a while. Silicone waxes work really well. I've seen the carbon-based waxes work really well. But what we're saying is you don't need a lot of wax. Very minimal wax just to keep them fresh. And when you do that, a lot of people take like a small piece of cotton or even leather and basically move it up and down the strands of your string. They call it burnishing. And what it does is it actually heats up the string fibers and actually sucks the wax inside. And what that'll do is it'll keep you from getting excessive wax inside your eyelets on your iGlide. And what that'll do is it'll keep dirt from collecting, grass, things like that when you're out in the woods, So if you do get a little buildup in there, just kind of clean it out with a Q-tip or a little piece of, cotton or whatever. But yeah, you really don't need a lot of wax to start with. And once you do get that wax in there, kind of burnish it in a little bit, and it basically takes care of it where you don't really have to worry about that iGlide system. There's a lot of systems out there, roller guards and, that kind of stuff where
standard slides.
Yeah, the standard slides where they need servings or, the same kind of system. Yeah, just keep them clean and you should be good to go.
And our best judge in-house when your string needs wax is when it looks like your string needs a shave, string cables, you get all the little extra fibers on there showing. Right. And go ahead and wax it like Brian's saying and go through those steps. But these are several of the main questions we wanted to hit on here, to where if you guys do have any more questions down the road, feel free to shoot us an email or post on our Facebook page. Let us know, and we will answer them down the road. But again, this is Brian.
And this is Brian.
With G5 Outdoors.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. John Volkman asks, what's your favorite color?
Well, John, there's only one. Wait.
Actually, you should answer what's my favorite color. Let's see. I'll answer yours. I would say I say for Brian, your favorite color, it's got to be something bright.
Well,
That's all I gotta say.
Chartreuse. Well, when you wear shoes like this with yellow bases on them, you gotta have bright colors, things like that. And Brian, he's your typical redneck, so he's
plain
going
Jane,
greens and browns and things like that, and even plaid. I think Brian's favorite color is plaid. I've never seen him out of a plaid shirt.
I know. Yep.
So we'll go with that, John. So I hope that helps you out with knowing us a little personal.
Sure. So, but at heart, our favorite color is blue.
Definitely.
So we all bleed blue here.
All right, guys.